The guest speaker at the Detroit STS was 20K. Teresa Pazernik or something is her name. And she says her main focus is getting her stone pin. So 3 stone, 5 stone, 7 stone, 10 stone, and helping her active supervisors to do the same. And the reason is she hit President's Team in 3 years. She didn't even know she was in President's Team cuts because she was so focused on getting her stone pins. And so she was in her second cut of her 10 stone pin, just so focused on that she's like, and then I realized I was in President's Team cuts, but which is shocking to me. But so she said, if you don't have your 3 stone pin yet, that's the first thing to focus on, and then helping your active supervisors get theirs, and then 5, 7, and so forth.
That is awesome. Really, really good nuggets. Mike, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. So I get to come on and kind of teach you guys really the whole purpose of what this call is learning how to get to supervisor, right? So we have a lot of new distributors here. We have a lot of new coaches that maybe just started in the last 6 months. I'm reading through our goals that we have for, the rest of this week. A lot of you guys want to hit supervisor, QP, active supervisor, whatever that might be. So if you're here and you've been on this call before and you're not at supervisor yet, get your notebooks and pens ready, you guys. You're going to be taking notes, learning how to get to supervisor. And if you are already at supervisor, congratulations, first of all. And second of all, you're going to be listening from a space of how can I teach my new frontline distributor how to get to supervisor. So thank you so much for having me on the call. Really, really excited. So can I just recognize if you are a brand new supervisor, put in a 1 in the chat. We want to recognize you guys. Super excited to welcome you guys in. I don't know if we have any brand new distributors starting at 25%. Yes, no, maybe so.
Kaya, you said
the next. Oh my gosh, distributors. I'm sorry. You guys know what I mean. Brand new distributors. So the first level in the marketing plan is called senior consultant. Do we have any brand new senior consultants on the line? I would love to know, how did you hit senior consultant? How many clients did you have to get there? And then in how much time did it take you to get to senior consultant? And if you know, since you just hit it, how many volume points was that? And what is your new discounted profit? Just go ahead, come off mute. If you just hit senior consultant, if you're a new senior consultant, we want to learn from you.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Corey. I'm from Taylor. I just hit senior consultant, which means I have 3 girls that I help with full combos, and then I have another customer who just does the shakes, which I hit 500 documented volume points, which is 35% off of my products, and hitting the next step is 1,000.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Okay, so you got 3 girls. You hit 500 documented volume points. How much time did it take you?
I would say realistically about 2 weeks altogether.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That is awesome. You have 1 to 2 months and you're just like, screw that, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks. That's awesome. Heck yeah. You're on a roll, dude. Let's keep it going. Okay, so then the next level, like you said, is 1,000 to hit qualified producer. Do we have any brand new qualified producers on the line? Thank you so much, Corey. Do we have any brand new qualified producers on the line that would like to share how they got to qualified producer, the number of clients that they had, and how long it took them to get there? Come on off mute. And yeah, and what avenue you're using to get your new clients. Thank you, Kate. Anybody? Brand new qualified producers.
I'm a brand new qualified, well, somewhat brand new.
Heck yeah, how did you get there?
I have helped About 7 people. I got 2 people enrolled in the 12-week challenge, and then the other people are just buying a couple products. And social media has been a very big help on that.
Amazing. So, and how long did it take you to hit QP?
About 2 months.
2 months. That's amazing. That's perfect. You've got 1 to 2 months to, so you went from a brand new distributor to qualified producer in 2 months.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's so cool. Okay. And what percent discount and profit are you at now?
42%.
Hell yeah. So big thing you said that you hit on was the 12-week challenge, the Hustle and Heart challenges that you're utilizing to plug people in and get new clients, and your social media. What do you think has been the biggest thing for you on social media that has, helped you the most?
Definitely sharing like how I make my stuff, and then doing polls has been a big thing because I've had a lot of people vote on the polls, and then I'll automatically direct message them, and that was a big help.
That's so good. Thank you for sharing. So sharing how you're making your shakes every day and just being consistent with that and consistently posting, that is amazing. Big nuggets. If you're not writing that down yet, write it down. I'm writing it down. Okay, so the next one is the big one. It's the meat and potatoes. It's a favorite, part of the level or marketing plan level. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so supervisor, how we get to supervisor. Do we have any brand new supervisors? Let us know how you got to supervisor. How long did it take you, and how many people have you been able to impact?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, you're good, girl. Go ahead.
Hi, so I just hit my supervisor mark about 3 days ago. First of all, I'm excited that I'm on this call because I'm using my AirPods, and I think it was Natalie who shared at the STS the other day that she also had to plug in this way while she was at work because I was missing all the calls. So proud about that.
Amazing. I love that.
So I was able to use the challenge as like the real one that like attracted a lot of people who were interested. I was posting all my shakes that I was getting like from the clubs. They were looking so good. So obviously people had questions about that. I was able to sign up 10 girls for the challenge, for the Hustle and Heart Challenge. And overall, since the 1st of March, I have helped and signed up 15 people. Last night, actually, was that last night up to us? I got my first PM. So I was really hyped about that too. So I don't know. I'm a wonderful coach too. So she's always on it. So Mariana helped me a lot.
I love that. Wow, that's amazing. First of all, congrats on the AirPods. That's huge. That's like my next purchase too, for real.
Yeah.
So utilizing the challenge, you've already been able to impact 10 women in the challenge, 15 people since the beginning of March. That's so incredible. Do you know what the number of documented volume points that you needed to hit the supervisor level?
I needed the 2000. So
Perfect.
right, my last order put me at 2003.
Woo!
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. And then what is that discount level that you're enjoying now? Don't the products
I'm
taste
at
better
the
too?
50. I'm at the
Oh,
50.
yeah.
And it tastes so
Heck
good.
yeah. So good. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
So another thing that you shared was posting the shakes when you're at the club. Awesome. And really utilizing the Hustle and Heart challenges. I love, love, love that. So just reiterating a couple things. Actually, no, I think we're good. So sorry. Passing it on to
Okay.
get another I think we're good. So if anybody has any questions, send them through the chat. We'll be able to answer them. I know we went through that pretty quick, but you guys nailed it on the head. Really, really freaking proud of you guys. Amazing job. These two groups are just on fire. So I'm going to pass it off to our next amazing leader, Ray.
All right, what's good, you guys? So now I'm just gonna get into our flow with our client chats, our DAP chat. So as you guys know, we all have our own DAP chat. So we have one, and I just wanted to share with you guys like the flow that we've really implemented in the past 90 days, and how it's created so much momentum for us to go next level, and for all of our team members to hit next level. Like, for example, Marissa hitting Soup in a week. So really it starts with the alignment of the group, like coming together as one, and knowing like this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna stay consistent in this long enough. Kind of how some of the girls shared with posting consistently on Instagram and making their tea and shakes. Kind of the same thing. So we'll post Happy Friday, right? So I was at the gym with Jay the other day, and he gave me a tip on like order ups. So if you don't know what an order up is, if you get a new distributor or a new client, you're gonna post that order into your DAP chat, and what that does is let everyone else know like what's possible with being a distributor. You can get clients at a rapid rate, and it just inspires other in the group to get an order up. Because if you're at home and you haven't got a client all day, and then someone posts 3 times order up, it's like, oh shoot, let me get on my phone and get to work, because this person is on fire and I'm sitting here on Instagram scrolling. Wow, I could be making an impact on somebody's life right now. So with that, guys, I went to Jay and I told him, hey man, order up is going really well right now. What else can I do to kind of make it grow faster and better? So what he gave me was advice on, so as you post order up, give advice on how you got that client, what objections came up when you got that client, and if an objection came up, then how did you handle that, right? And then one of the biggest pieces I feel that's really important is being extremely active in the chat, guys. Like, when you see that message, it's not just like, that doesn't apply to me. It's like, if it says, hey, let me type a 1 in the chat, if you are you aligned with that? It's like, let's type a 1. So as you guys can see, a couple people type 1. It was way more than that, but just a screenshot for that. And then taking initiative and posting like call reminders, guys, is extremely important as well. Like, not looking at the leadership to post like, hey guys, the call's starting in 30 minutes. Like, if you know the call starting in 30 minutes, screenshot the call ID and whatnot and post it into your DAP chat, because all that's doing is just you stepping into your leadership. We're all leaders here. It's just a matter of us stepping into that role for ourselves. How do you go to the next slide? And then here's examples of our order ups, and then also preferred members posting that. And real quick, just one thing that I wanted to show here too with these pictures is that it's not just like people have been doing it for 2 years. These are like brand new people. So this girl in the upper right hand corner, like Ray had mentioned to me, he said, I'm kind of nervous that these order ups may be like scaring people away. But then we're seeing like this girl, she Gabrielle, she couldn't wait. She's like, I couldn't wait to do this order up. And so she's posting her first order, and then another person down here in the middle saying, just placed 2 orders, I'm fired up. So it's not really like scaring people away. And then if you see, you got Ray posting order ups, Hooters posting order ups, I'm posting order ups, like everybody's posting order ups, and then also congratulating everybody when they are like showing love and energy to that. And then something too, like guys, like something that you can't, like we can make a mistake of is getting caught up with like, well, this order's not a lot. It's not about the order. It's about the impact that you're creating on someone else's life. That's the biggest piece of it. Even if somebody got started on a lift off, order up, like, let's go. Adding value, right? So this is like what I talked about earlier, guys, how Jay told me to add the how you got the client and whatnot. So here's a few examples for that if you guys want to screenshot that. And what this does is just show when objections come up, how to handle it. And what people are saying to still get people going with the products.
And real quick, if you can see on the right-hand side, because the culture was created by it, Lexus posted order up, and Mariana's like, how? Like, tell me how, like, because now she's hungry and now we all want to know, like, how are you getting this client? And so then Lexus goes on and explains how she got the client.
And the luxury in that, guys, just hold on. The luxury in that is those two are sidelines. They don't benefit on each other at all. Mariana doesn't benefit on Lexus by saying, hey, how did you get that client? All she benefits is to the whole greater organization on like how. So it's just it's just a teaching point. And then the support, right? So this is really something that we had to grow into, guys. Like, it doesn't just happen overnight, but the time is now, though. Like, you guys definitely have that, and I'm inspired by your group by that as well. But like, there's people posting, like I see Rachel posting my Get 2.5 cut. I did not tell her to do that at all, and she posted it just to show love, like, hey guys, look, this is what's possible coming from a space of that. And everyone followed up with that by showing love to that. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, and then you see another girl who's new. She's in her process of getting 3 to 4 clients to be able to convert to distributor. And she's like saying, I'm discouraged. And like, these are 2 people, I know these people personally. They have literally never met each other. And it's just, don't ever get discouraged. Like, showing love like that. People asking for help. Like, what should I give this client? If you can see the times on here, it's like immediate response. Like 3:17, what should I get this client? We got responses at 3:22, 3:23, and the other one was like right away as well. And it's just like everybody, like the DAP chat right now is so lit. But I want you guys to know that it was not always like this. But now that we have it like this, I can feel like everybody is like, we are going to keep it like this because this feels good and this feels right. So then, sorry. Something that we added last week on our call was level up, because we were doing so many order ups. It was like, our chat was like order up. Like, that was all that it was. And so we really just spoke to it on our supervisor call, like, how about we do level up? So every time we do PD, and these are just a few, like, it took me a long time to screenshot some certain ones that I felt like were valuable to show. Just people posting their PD, you post the link, and then we post level up with it as well. And this is daily. There's probably just as many level ups as there are order ups.
All right, dope. And then also, guys, I know you guys do this because I actually got this from Caitlin. Posting cuts, really valuable and really important. Like, the biggest thing, one of my STSs I went to before was like, show love to another organization as much as you show love to your organization, because it's going to come back tenfold, period. So for people that are sidelined in this group, they're showing love to these people that are in cuts as if it's their organization. Like, you would think that was their downline. So that's really important, guys. And posting these and then giving tips to them on like how you can go next level if you're struggling with that. And then just having fun, guys. And Gold, you can hit on this obviously, but like, just having fun in the chat. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect and pretty. Like, this is literally, like, if you look at this top picture, right? Vaughn is
so funny.
Himself on a picture of somebody with a pair of
It's Jared from Subway.
Is it Jerry?
From Subway.
So if you don't know Vaughn, he's lost 92 pounds in like 5 months, maybe. I don't know. But just a bunch of like funny stuff there. And then Aaron posting like, I didn't even see this. So many posts, right? So.
And then the one on the right, just to show this, like, we're constantly like having fun and stuff in there as well. But if you guys can see, like, these 2 conversations on the right, Aaron and Vaughn were going at it. I'm talking about, it was like 20 order ups each back to back. But then Megan goes ahead and posts her second order of the day. And immediately Aaron comments back and is like, okay, then, and Vaughn did as well. And so did everybody else. And so it's just like keeping the culture being fun, but also still like just showing love on everybody. And so it's not creating like a timid culture, but it's also creating so much more as well. Is this my turn? Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into a section kind of talking about the importance of now and the importance of clubs and why it's like now. And we kind of had a conversation with Kate, just kind of like, sometimes people may say like, wow, it happened so fast for you guys. Like everything is going so fast. And like, yeah, sometimes people may think that from the outside looking in, and we can say that about people that we hear. Like we may hear Piney's story and be like, wow, Piney went so fast. But we do have no idea what that person has went through, grown through, and what pushed them to go that hard to make it now. And so really a thing for us is obviously a first thing, if you guys know us, our son, and just wanting more. But we've went through a lot of growing pains with coming up through West Park Nutrition, which wasn't our club, but being in a position where we acted as owners. And the reason why we showed up in that way is because we seen what it could do for us. And we listened to our coach, and our coach was telling, or he's not really even our coach, he's our mentor, but he was just telling us, stay at West Park, make West Park work, develop West Park. And we got to a point one day, and one day he told us, he was like, why are you guys still at West Park? You guys need to go open up a club. And immediately we looked at each other, and then we like looked back because we were already saving, because we knew that eventually we wanted to, but we didn't think right now. And later that day we went driving immediately to go look for a club, and we found a space, and we told them about it, and we looked at it, and within like 2 weeks we had the lease signed, build out started. And so it really wasn't any question about why, because in my mind we knew, we're hearing all these people say, we'll open up a club, then they open up more clubs, then they hit press. So we know what our mission is. We know what we're here to do. We know what goals we want to hit. We know what type of lifestyle, what type of income, what type of impact we want to make. And really what the club has created for me in my eyes, and Ray sees it too, it's not about me going in there and making a ton of shakes and getting high volume to qualify for everything. At this point in my journey, which some people may relate to me here, and some people may be looking at it like, man, I want to really work in a club. That way I can get that 10K value. And yes, that is possible for you. But some of the people on here are leaders and are the needle pushers who, like, for me, when I was like, I can open up clubs now that I have this funnel of income that I see, I'd rather invest it than to go buy whatever I want to buy right now, so I can create a space of freedom for these girls that I'm bringing into this opportunity, instead of saying like, you can get to supervisor and you can retail, PM, get some distributors. No, I'm telling them today, right now, you can quit your job. Like multiple people on my team, I have a space for you. If you want to go part-time, I have a space for you, and it can literally change your life. If you want to continue to show up professionally and show up ready and show up like you want more, then if you're willing to do that, I'm willing to take less shifts on the bar so that you can feed yourself and you can do whatever it is you want to do with this opportunity. And so for some of the leaders on the call, I'm just speaking directly to you in this statement right now. It's like, go do it. Go do it for you. Go do it for your people. If you want press, go open up a club, because right now the time is clubs. Period. Me and Ray will be playing Monopoly until they say clubs is no more. And it's just like it's not about the what if may happen if it doesn't work, because that's not really an option with our organization. You guys know how we do things, and we keep hearing it over and over. Number one in North America. And it's really just like, if you're in a position where you're thinking about it and there's maybe a fear or anything like that, I just encourage you to know that it'll work, and especially with having an upline like you do, Caitlin, and if she's your upline, or like Jill or whoever it may be, and Taya, people who have went out and opened the clubs and like took that leap. Natalie, getting in the process of signing a lease, like just follow that and know that your upline and your upline's upline will do whatever it takes to make it work for you guys, period. Like they're constantly seeking information. So just know this is an extremely safe place. And if your upline is telling you, hey, you're in a space where you can open it. And one thing that we always look to your guys' organization by is like, I'm always like, because we're very cultured. We're very crazy. We're very like out there. And I love it. And I've learned to like really appreciate who we are as people, because this is what makes our organization us. And something that we look to your guys' organization for is like, man, they are like, you could just throw them in. Any of you guys could probably come work in my club, and I would not be like, dang, they're wilding at the club right now. I would know that you guys were handling things professionally and handling the flow and showing up how you're supposed to show up, because that's just how you guys look as a group and how I see you guys show up as. You guys really have it together in that sense. So I just want you to take that other side of it and just go for it. Leap, be a little crazy, do something that maybe your parents don't understand, because that's what creates the life that you understand that's meant for you. And I had one more thing, you guys. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Oh. And really, it's what takes you from being in one space. It's cool to work from home, but you can work from the club too. And if you want to be a work from home type of person, then just put your team in the club. Because the moment you open up a club, you have the opportunity to say, hop on your Instagram and say, hey guys, what's up? Just open this super cute like style cafe where I'm serving those shakes that you guys always see me making. Who wants to come work with me? Dude, put up a poll who doesn't like their job, and you will immediately attract the team, your active world team then, your get to 5. Like, it happens that fast. That's literally what's happening right now to me personally. And that's what's about to happen for Hooter as well, who's opening these clubs, and so many people like Taylor. It's just happening. The time is now, you guys. So we can go into, what's the next one? All right, you guys. So now we are going to go into another section. And Kate, this is on you.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for that, Golden. And really, she's sharing from a space of just the results that they've gotten in their whole organization. So really want to acknowledge, Gold, you, Ray, your whole organization, the people who are really looking to open clubs are in process of that and lease negotiations, all of that stuff right now, because you're not only setting an example for the organization you're in, it's really for Jay's whole organization and really all of Herbalife, who gets to see what this whole team is up to and the impact that we're really creating. And so that's the conversation we're having tonight, is what level can we play at together to make serious moves in the next 3 months, in the next 5 months. And so as Golden and Ray are sharing, and they're sharing from a space of maybe talking to the people they don't always get to be in front of, you guys as their team also get to understand, like, look, they were coached on something, they went and did it, and they got almost immediate results from that, but it was everything leading up to that they were also coachable on, that led up to that decision being made and for those results to happen. So it's for everyone tonight to know that, like, be open to the coaching, and then let's go make this stuff happen. And so that's transitioning into this now. Sorry, let me mute my Telegram so this doesn't keep going off. We're going to have a panel of 3 people who are going to share with us super intentionally about the results they're getting, their mindset around the results that they're getting, and what's showing up for them and what they can see for themselves, really due to maybe the beliefs that they borrowed from their upline, or maybe because they just didn't have an option and they're really making things work for them right now. So the first beautiful lady that we're going to have share, a lot of you guys know and love her, and maybe some of you don't, so I'm excited for you to get to know her and to hear her share, is she makes the commute from Columbus all the way to Cleveland, like multiple times a week, no excuse attitude, and is just really in this thing to create a beautiful life for herself and her daughter, and really just the future life and the people that she gets to impact. So super excited to hear from her about the results that she's getting within Hustle and Heart, also working from the club and plugging into the events, again, like with a no excuse mindset. So Mariana, if you could come off mute, girlfriend, and just share with us what you're up to and your mindset around all that you're up to. We'd love to hear from you.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Caitlin, and hello, familia. Happy to be on this call with you tonight. So, yes, one thing that I actually took away from STS that relates to what I'm going to talk about here today. Yes, being a single mom, traveling from Columbus to Cleveland every week. At first, I didn't get all the support that I was wanting to get, like from my family and stuff. They were like, why are you driving all those miles? Why are you spending so much on gas money and da-da-da-da? And I told them, I was like, and I tell myself, like, I'm going to reap the benefits from it, because I'm going to attract people that are going to do the same thing for me, if they're coming from different places. And I owe that to Golden and Ray and, the organization. So working Hustle and Heart, 2 weeks out of the month, I'm able to be at home, more present with my daughter. I did quit my job, working at United Health, December 27th. So ever since then, I have been fully in hustle and heart, working 2 weeks, more mainly at home and a couple days at Oberlin Nutrition. And then the other 2 weeks, I'm actually here, staying in Cleveland, bouncing from house to house. And I love you guys who let me stay with you guys, because you guys know that, you know, we're all going to be growing. So it's good. And I'm able to really plug into everything that I can. I've missed one event, and that was because it was in a different city, and, you know, no excuses. So it doesn't even matter, but not to miss another one. Never missed a call. And just honestly attracting my new distributor, who became a supervisor, and really just letting her plug into the system as well, and being duplicatable, super coachable, always willing to take Golden's advice and Ray's as well, and even cross lines advice, because I want to be able to open up my capacity to, you know, lead others as well. So that honestly, and what took away from me yesterday, that Jay said, was everyone goes through a tough season. So it's crazy. I'm just going to share just a little bit of numbers with you. Tough season I had was, I hit supervisor my first month, so September to October, and then I was just kind of stagnant. Then December, my volume was only at 300, like 300. And January, just the end of December, and it came to me that I was not going to let myself dibble dabble and get down like that again, because honestly, I feel like it pushed me back. But I know that I have to work 10 times harder to move forward. I'm going to Punta Cana, so I'm not missing a trip. Get around all the leaders and make memories and travel. It's one of my biggest passions. And I'm just excited to be growing with you guys. So thank you for allowing me to share a little bit more of my story. So
I have some questions for you, girlfriend.
yes.
First, share on the call, how long does it take you to travel from Columbus to Cleveland?
Okay, so Oberlin is like an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
So days that I go like the same week, I sometimes actually go there and come back the same day. So it's like I leave at 4:45 a.m. to get to the club around 6:30, and then leave about 3:30, 4 p.m. to get back to Columbus around like 5:36. And Cleveland, West Park is like 2 hours. So I used to work at United Health 7 to 5, get on 71, get to the meeting by like 7:15, and then drive back home to Columbus that night and then go to work. So.
Okay. Why I ask this is because most people, actually, I don't want to say most people, some people will let something as little as a distance of a drive distract them from their life's purpose and business opportunity. And so I really want to acknowledge you for finding the reasons why you can, and letting those things be so much louder than any drive there and back, or so much louder than maybe a few more hours spent away from your daughter, because you know you're investing time into the life that you get to create with and for her. And so for everyone else on the call, I love you. And for everyone else on the call, getting really present to her story. And there's probably so many other things that she could share with us going on even behind the scenes of that. But like getting present to her story and asking yourself, like, what minor ass excuses am I giving right now that are holding me back from really embracing on what's for me? So with that being said, Mariana, what was your volume at the end of last month? like, and what is it right now?
End of last month, I ended, I believe, at 2740, something like that. And then I'm already right now at just over 4,000, because I went to hit Punta Cana. So
let's go. So why I asked that, and I'm going to ask one more thing after this too. So you guys, when you show up and you decide and you say, I'm doing this no matter what, people are going to opportunities will start showing up for you in your business no matter what. She has a brand new distributor, and she hit supervisor. What was it? She hit it in, how long did it take her to hit soup?
5 days.
5 days. Listen, you guys, that doesn't happen unless if Mariana was not committed as she was to showing up no matter what. people it wouldn't show up that way. So take from her story the show up no matter what, the finding why you can, the getting rid of any excuse, because all excuses, they might seem valid. They might really be a real thing in the moment, you guys. Like we get it, life happens. But what in that moment can you find why you can make it happen no matter what? And borrow her story and let it inspire you to decide that you can and that you will if you just keep making that decision and keep plugging in. People fall off and they have off days and they have off months when they're not around the group. Mariana's learned this. So she said, I'm showing up no matter what, and I'm not going to not be by the group. And look what's happening for her. So I really wanted you guys to take that from her story. And then if you could, can you share with us just how many people you have enrolled in like the Hustle and Heart challenges right now as well?
Sure. I believe that I recounted the other day, and I have a total of 12 challengers.
Cool.
And I have 4 that are committed to the photo shoots. And all of them are pretty consistent with, ordering each month, even if it's just like ordering more tea or more shakes. But just loving everyone where they're at, and just showing them love and knowing that, they made the decision to do it for a reason. So they should reap all the benefits of, being plugged into the chat because it's daily motivation, and just also me being consistent on my social media because they all follow me on social media, how it's affecting my life and changing my life for obviously the better.
So good. Thank you so much for sharing, girlfriend. So proud of you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Love you guys.
Love you. Okay, cool, guys. So because of time, we're actually going to adjust the schedule really quick. Let me look at where we're at. Okay, cool. So we're actually going to close out now with just a little bit of sharing on both my end and then Ray and Golden's end too. And then what we can do is create the other 2 people we are going to have share. We can create a little text bubble that they'll type up and we can share them in each of our chats. So that way we're still getting that value, or even the voice bubbles, and we'll send them back and forth. But some of us do have a call at 9 and we want to respect everyone's time. So going into the last bit of the call, the intention of this call, you guys, was to really get clear on the special time we are in right now for both of our organizations. And really it's all of Herbalife and it's all of Jay's organization, but it's really special to see what happens when we erase this imaginary line of this thing called sidelines and cross lines, and we work together as a unit. And we work together to connect with others to really get aligned on where the hell we're going in the next couple months. And so right now, as you guys see in the chats, and you guys, when I say you guys, Ray and Gold's organization, that your guys' whole team, and then of course mine too, there's so much momentum right now. You guys are taking over the distributor chats. There's so many things popping off, new pins being had, and I'm just going to invite you guys to right now in this moment see more for yourself than you ever thought was possible, because in this time right now is where it's super possible. So if it's for you and you've been holding back on a club, or it's for you and maybe you haven't embraced Hustle and Heart yet, maybe you're dabbling with it because you see what clubs are doing, or maybe you just have something else going on for you right now and you could take it up a notch within all things Hustle and Heart. Here's the thing. When you play full out with both aspects of that equation, they will feed each other and you will be unstoppable. This is what we're learning. That is are the most sustainable thing. You get money every day and you get lit. Am I breaking out? But with Hustle and Heart, it also creates a really sticky environment for people not just to be your client for a month, not just to be your client for 2 months, but to be your client for years and lifelong friends, and to build relationships with other people, like how we're building relationships with each other right now, for your clients to build relationships with other people like that. So one day they fall off, it doesn't matter, because they have best friends who are also doing on the same route with them. And both of the things together, clubs and hustle and heart, are so valuable. So as you guys are posting your order up, as you guys are, as we're going to start taking that on even at a higher level now, like really speak to how you're getting them and then what you're plugging them into. Because I think it's going to be important to be able to see the result of plugging someone into something, whether it's the club or hustle and heart, or maybe as we get other challenges up and running. It's going to be really special to see the development of our clients and who they become starting as our clients. But when we're intentionally plugging them into something that's going to groom them as human beings, such as hustle and heart and the challenges, and you're showing up in your client chats and you're showing up intentionally, it's really special to see what happens when someone walks into the photo shoot, for example. You can almost be definite that they're going to walk away from the photo shoot as a distributor. It's like, it's not just client volume. It's new distributor volume that is the best volume, because now you have a new person making money. Put a 1 in the chat if you know the excitement of a new person making money, and it's like one of the best feelings in the world. Exactly. So not like, yes, working to have challengers and clients in all ways, but then making sure you're plugging them into something that's bigger than them, that's bigger than us, so they can connect with other people and be lifelong, whether clients or distributors. And Hustle and Heart is a great way to do that. Then Rain Gold, if you want to just, kind of close out with what we talked about, and then I'll take it back after you guys, and then we can wrap this thing up.
Yes. So first, I just want to say thanks to Kate. In the whole organization, not just Kate, just everybody who shows up powerfully every day, no matter what, and you're really committed to this thing, this vision. And those of you who may not know, when I started this, and I remember we were at STS, and Ray pointed, he was like, "That's Kate." And I was like, "Who's Kate?" And he's like, just explaining who she was, like as a woman, and what she was for the org, based off of things that he heard about her being very powerful and showing up very powerful. And then I grew to learn more about her, and I knew that she was very wide, meaning she had a lot of frontline. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the way I'm going to go for sure, because that's what you can control. So if you guys see Kate and you're like, wow, she's got a massive team, just take that vision, borrow it for yourself, and recreate that within who you are and with the woman that you're going to attract into your life. And Hustle and Heart, like she said, is an amazing way, and honestly probably the best platform to do that, because it's helping us get these women and develop them into the women that they're meant to be and that they've always wanted to be. So super grateful to be able to even do this call and be at this point in our journey in that I am, to be able to share a call with Kate. But something that I want to speak about, you guys, is like the stickiness and the fast growth that we had and the power of our numbers at events. So yesterday, and this is from Ray Down, this isn't me. Yesterday at the event, he had 42 distributor IDs at the STS and 12 PMs that didn't sign up as distributors. Do you know how many people in general were there?
Yeah, so I'll take it. So we had 45 to 46 distributor IDs that were there, and about 10 to 12 people that were not signed up as a distributor yet. So what that represents, guys, is just a mill team organization. When Jay told me mill is about 50 to 60 people at the event 3 months in a row, that was like, okay, bet, that's a goal. So at the last extravaganza, you guys had different STSs, but like I said yesterday, at the last extravaganza, me, Hooter, and Golden, some of the highest royalties in our organization right now, we declared 7.5 and they declared mill, right? So that was the attitude that we left that event with, and we just made the decision to bring along and invite others to join that journey with us within whatever that goal is for them, right? So a lot of those people, they found out that their goal would be reached faster through clubs and Hustle and Heart, right? So clubs is a beautiful funnel as well. Like Golden said, Hustle and Heart is a great platform for that. Clubs is a beautiful platform as well, because it can create 50 distributors basically, right? So like 30,000 organization volume points out of one club is get on your way to 2.5. It would literally take about, if it was 2,500 average, it would probably take about 10 to 15 distributors to create that. So it's literally compressing time and moving you up the marketing plan way faster at a very fast rate. So just to give you guys a bit of vision, our organization hit mill on 2 nutrition clubs, one of which I'm only collecting 90% of that volume from. Obviously that's a lot of volume, but it's not even a full 100%, right? So just wanted to paint that vision for you guys and let you know it's very possible to move the marketing plan very fast. And what that does also is, like Golden spoke to earlier, is put people in position to quit their jobs. If you're working a part-time job somewhere or a full-time job somewhere, you can match your income working behind the bar and earning an extra $2,500 behind the bar and freeing up your time being more present with your family as well.
Right. And so to speak back on the power of the numbers at the events is we talk about that. Like when somebody signs up, it's like, look, you got to come to the event. And it's just being super honest with what the opportunity has to offer. And it's like, if you come to the event, this is what's possible for you. Now, if you don't come, like I can't really guarantee what's going to happen for you. And the events have become something where it's like, it's business, but we're very focused and emphasizing right now on the fact that business is lit. Like business is booming right now, you guys, and we like to be here. We like to show up together. We know we have a knowledge, whether it's a new distributor or not. When we talk to somebody new, we just let them know like, hey, as an organization right now, we're very much so on fire, and you're coming into something and going to be a part of something that is moving, and it's moving quickly. So this is lit for you. We're happy to have you. Like, glad that you're here. Now let's go to these events. When we go to the events, we show up super powerfully. We show up like who we are in ourselves. This is a space where you can be yourself, but you also get to show up and learn and grow. And just by having that culture and like creating that culture, I feel like even in our chats, in this relationship, like you're constantly showing love and giving out love to everything and everybody, and knowing that this is where one level is and this is where we're going next. Like we're clear, like everybody knows, like people are super aligned with where we are. And that comes from having more active supervisors in our organization and not being afraid to speak on what we're saying. And we're never putting ourselves up high on a pedestal. Like we're so reachable. Anybody can really truly reach out to us and call us, and they know that. And we're just never putting ourselves to where it's like we're up here. So just remain very new, even with your new people, letting them know. I let my people know. Ray lets his people know. I know Hooter does. Hey, if you need to ask any type of question, feel free. Like, blow me up. Hooter hangs out with his new distributors all the time. I may not do that, but I have a family. But it's just like the emphasis of creating like, yo, we're family, we're here. We started at the same space, and literally like 2 months ago, I think the month before Ray hit Mill, we had a 3-way chat, and all we said was like, hey, let's go for Mill. And it kind of felt like, yeah, like we'll go for Mill. So that'll like, it's fun, but it happened. Like things just started happening because we started showing up. We're putting ourselves in the position of what we want our newest distributors to do. Like I'm not asking my new distributors to post order up or post questions in the chat. And I'm not posting a question that I may have in the chat because I want to seem like I have so much knowledge. No, that's not what's important. It's just important about showing people that we're here, we're together, and we're moving. So let's do whatever we can do to just change everybody's lives as much as possible. So yes, now I'm going to close it out and just say again, like, I really just want to say thank you to Kate. Like, there's leaders in this organization, and there's people who, like, if you guys may have known, like, we have a cap on the organization where we didn't have the opportunity to get to certain levels because not by our work, but just by things that were like kind of held back from us or people we were not able to meet. But it was very much so open arms with like Kate and them, and they just like brought us in and they just poured into us. Anytime I was around Kate, it was like a pour into us, her, Jay, everybody. They just wanted to give us any and everything that they could. And whenever you guys, our team is around her, around their team, it's all love. It's like we're cousins that live in different states, even though some of us kind of live in the same state. It's something that I'm super grateful for. And I'm grateful for the fact that I know that we can be around you guys and there's no worries. Like, it's like, oh, they're with the cousin that's fun, but not the cousin that is talking trash. So I'm super grateful for your guys' org in the development, the personal development that you guys do, and how you're really just focused on the good and growth. And I'm excited for you guys' hunger. And just know, you guys are a press team organization. And next extravaganza 2020, we will all be watching as our teams walk the stage as Prez team. Maybe 20K, maybe 50, who knows? But it's lit, and I'm just so grateful for you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this mic really quick because I'm just this call, and I'm excited to evolve this type of stuff and have, you know, a lot time for different people who are making up the growth to really be able to share what they're up to. But for the first one that we've ever done, I think it's super epic just to see the momentum that we're up to. And with all of that being said, Golden, and I know Ray too, like, so much received, and you guys are inspiring, and I want everyone on the call, especially you guys, Golden and Ray's team, to get really present to the run you guys are making, and the growth that's happening right now is really inspiring a lot of people. You're taking the caps off of people's brains to think and know, like, it doesn't matter how veteran you are, it doesn't matter how new you are. If you decide and you take the steps and you're coachable, you can have the results that you want from this opportunity. And your guys' team is really showing that for a lot of people right now. And it starts with the first people to do it, and then it starts with the next people who are willing to take it on in that way. And the next people who are getting those results too. So, like, there's a nugget in there of, like, who is willing and who is going to be the next people to run with it in the way maybe Golden and Ray have, or in the way maybe some of the other leaders that you look up to have the results that they have. But really just getting clear, you guys, and the intention of this call was because we're getting super clear that Prez team for both of these organizations is going to happen way sooner than we thought when we started the business, way sooner than we thought when it was the first of this year, way sooner. And we've always had an inkling. We've always knew that was going to happen. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when, but the when just got moved up about 3, 5, 6 months because of the work that you guys are doing, because of the people that you guys are deciding to be. So understanding that Prez team and whatever pin you're after, here's the thing. If you're brand new on the call and you don't even know what Prez team is yet, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Know your next level, get off this call and master how you're going to get there. And this week, make a run for getting there. And so that is going to contribute to what we're talking about as Prez team organizations. It's the top 1% of the company. And quite frankly, the Prez team needs a young, fresh, hot stories like we together have. And I just really want to acknowledge, you know, Golden and Ray and Hooter and Britt and all of the leaders who are really stepping up in ways of, like, I'm going to go ahead and follow this lead. I'm going to take the chance, because you're giving and granting permission for so many other people to have the courage to do the same thing. And it's bigger than just an Herbalife thing. It's you're making a huge impact on the world and in the energy of the collective of the universe by making that decision. So understand that what we're up to right now is the time. It is the time that if you've been thinking about opening a club, maybe it's working your way to supervisor first, getting hours behind the bar, plugging into the nutrition club trainings, being at the trainings, and then going and looking and driving around for your spot, marking your location and saying, I'm going here. What is my next step? Who do I need to call? Being willing to ask the questions. Maybe it's, okay, I only have 5 girls in Hustle and Heart right now. How can I triple that going into this next round? Okay, I don't have any of my clients plugged into Hustle and Heart yet. How can I lay down my ego and say, this shit is working. I want to grow my business long term, and how can I plug into it? So coming out of this call, you guys, I'm fired up. I know Ray and Gold are fired up. I know all of you guys, I see you guys fired up in the screens. And what gets to happen is it doesn't just get to be a hype call. We get to go make things happen, and we get to hold each other accountable to what we're saying we want. So if we're wanting and we're declaring Prez, like Prez cuts next 3 months, in the next 3 months, then what gets to happen as a collective, as these 2 organizations hop off this call and go into the rest of our week, into a brand new week. Because Golden and Ray deserve it. Dior deserves it. Gio deserves it. Aria deserves it. All your guys' other kids on here who have babies and who are putting in the time to really make this work, you guys deserve that shit. And it's on the table and it's literally waiting for you just to take it and say it's mine. And so many of you are showing up in that way, but I'm going to invite you to go into this next week and take it like you've never taken it before and decide that it's yours. And whatever goal that you have for yourself, borrow the belief of whoever's you get to borrow. If it's mine, it's mine. That you can have what you want much sooner than you think that you probably can have it right now. What you get to do is utilize both ways, clubs and hustle and heart. All right, but I love you guys so much. We're a little over time. I'm fired up. So grateful for all of you guys. Thank you so much for your hearts and all that you give to the organization. Let's light up the chats all week. Heck, take the order ups and put them in the for your whole Sphere Squad distributors chat, because here's the thing. The value in what you guys are adding in your DAP chat, the whole organization gets to feel that. Don't keep that for yourselves because it's special. That shit is special. And not everyone is born with that. Not everyone has that. So if you have it, share it. All right. I love you guys so much. Let's come off mute. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing week.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Woo!